Isn't most of our physical problems genetic? Don't we inherit it from our parents or their parents or whatever?
That's another system of belief. That
Is it not true?
There's research being done at the moment to prove that 1 or 2% only is genetic descendants when it comes to inheriting anything. The large part of it is thought pattern. So if you believe you had whatever, if I believe I'm going to have breast cancer because my mother had it, because her mother had it, and if I keep believing that and feeding that thought, absolutely, very much, I probably get it.
You wish it upon yourself.
Absolutely, you wish it upon yourself. So that's very much the way things work. If you keep thinking about something, that's why there's a chapter in there on attention versus intention, which is very, very different. You can be broke at the moment, but you intend on doing better. You can be overweight, but intend on losing weight or feeling better, and move yourself out of a situation that way, rather than think, if I'm overweight, having fat thoughts nearly, do you know what I mean? Oh, I must lose weight, and checking on the scales and looking in the mirror, and that's all the time encouraging the negative thinking.
Because diets by themselves don't work. I mean, sometimes you can become absolutely hooked up on losing weight and not eating.
Absolutely.
But actually that makes you fatter, doesn't it?
Not only it makes you bigger, but on top of that, it's life-threatening, because the body has to cope with expanding and shrinking, and it just kind of can't keep up, you know what I mean?
But there's nothing wrong with going on a diet and maintaining the weight loss, surely?
Yes, but then I wouldn't call it a diet. I would call it a change of lifestyle,
Oh, okay.
Maybe take something, maybe once a week, take one thing new into your life. So say if you eat refined products every day, usually have wholemeal bread introduced into your weekly diet.
As in, don't eat anything white. Didn't you say that in the book?
It's not very good. It's bleached.
Bleached.
Yeah, it's bleached.
That would be like white bread, sugar, salt.
All of that. Yeah, pasta, everything. Because another huge problem for health, and that's more in the physical department, would definitely be people. There's a lot of constipation, and many cancers originate from that.
How can you not eat pasta, though? I mean, how can a whole nation of Italians not eat it?
Yeah, you can eat egg pasta. A lot of Italian pasta is really fresh, A lot of it is not necessarily whole wheat based. A lot of it is very fresh.
Yeah.
In Italy, they have sunshine, they have a glass of wine, they have a good positive attitude. They live further down south. As I said, it's more what you think and how you feel than what you eat.
You said you missed that lifestyle yourself. I mean, you spent time in England, you spent time in India, and now you're here. But at one stage, of course, you would have been. Chamonix is southeastern France, isn't it?
That's right.
Near Switzerland.
That's right.
That's the kind of lifestyle you're describing, the glass of rosé at lunchtime, the aperitif.
That would be more south, actually. That would be more the south of France, the joie de vivre, feeling good, leaving the problems.
But those guys must be living longer than us here in Ireland.
They do, actually. There's research to prove that they do. They have olives, they have a lot more olive oil, they have less butter, they have red wine, 1 or 2 glasses, not bottles, at one time, with no food. It's a different lifestyle, yes.
I would have thought that, though, that reading the book, I kept on thinking that life really should be lived like embracing everything, but everything in moderation.
Yes.
Yeah. As opposed to, as we say in Ireland, not doing the dog on it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm a big believer of moderation, Neil, absolutely. And anything is fine in moderation. Even those health crises. Say people start using, drinking water, and then they end up drinking liters of water and not enough of anything else. That's crazy as well. Again, it's moderation, everything in moderation.
Yeah.
Wine in moderation, fat in moderation, animal fat, meat, fish, sweets, chocolate cake, whatever. Sugar, have sugar. Have a cup of tea and a lump of sugar if it pleases you. Don't have 10, have one,
Because you call it the biggest enemy of foods in the whole wide world is sugar.
Yeah.
Because we're taking it in 10, 15 different forms, aren't we?
Absolutely.
They give it all different names, I think.
Absolutely. It's in the cereal we give the kids and everything, and we keep adding into the food. So
yeah. I saw in America recently parents giving children little boxes of cereals as treats or snacks.
Yes.
In the belief that they thought it was good for them.
Yes, that's right.
So they would be walking around, or they would be in a pram on holidays, and the child is just eating from it.
That and a can of Coke and a bar of chocolate, and they have more. What's the synthetic sugar? What you call it?
dextrose?
Yeah, all that stuff
Sucrose?
which is actually carcinogenic, they're finding out at the moment, you know.
But it's hard for people not to live that lifestyle. I mean, you just alluded there to supermarket life and to fast food and things like that. People are literally surrounded by it. It's packaged so funkily. It's made out to be good for you.
That's true, yes.
So people buy into it, particularly if they're under pressure and they're busy.
Absolutely.
A lot of the book talks about alternatives to all that, but it's very time-consuming, though, isn't it?
No, it's not. Everything that's in the book is very, very easily done, Neil. It's really... And actually in supermarkets you find tofu and you find sprouts, you know, and a lot of good vegetables and stuff. But I think it's going to be re-education around food for people, because we are a nation of fast food eaters. I mean, we just are, you know. So
and getting bigger all of the time.
we're very close behind the States, that's right, you know, whereas it doesn't take a minute to slap up a salad together or boil a bowl of rice.
Yeah, but there's something beautiful about a hamburger or a pizza, isn't there? I mean, you just can't beat it, really.
Well, once in a while there's no problem. As I say, 80% of the time if you eat well, and then the 20% go and have a nice big double burger with cheese on top and everything.
Would you do all of that?
Yeah.
I can't imagine you would.
I do. You can ask the kids. I do.
But in moderation.
In moderation, yeah.
I talked as well before we came on about organic food and about vitamins, because I'm not a huge believer in vitamins myself, because they have never ever made me feel any different or any better. All it's done is lighten my pocket. And I have to say the same about organic food. I fail to notice the difference in an egg or in fruit. Well, that's wrong. Fruit, perhaps, but maybe that's because it's coming from countries where I'm in the country at the time eating the fruit.
Sure.
But organic fruit or veg that gets here, I don't know in a blind test the difference.
It's a little bit... often it's a little bit tired already, the fruit or the veg that gets here. I kind of agree with you. It looks, you know, a little bit off-putting nearly, because, you know, it's been traveling for a while already. But as more of us buy it, it makes it more affordable, it makes it cheaper, it makes it more viable for it to come in, you know. There is a large difference between an organic carrot and a regular carrot. Try it once. You know, the regular carrot is watery, there's nothing sweet to it or anything. And a good organic carrot is juicy and sweet and the way it was meant to be, you know.
Okay, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Hold on there, Mahayana. I need to take a commercial break. We'll come back after these.